Before we jump into the leaks and reveals, I want to say major spoilers ahead for The Last Jedi, specifically the latter half of the film and some involving Snoke, so if you would like to remain spoiler free, maybe check out another video. A few days ago, leaked images of several LEGO sets for The Last Jedi made their way online. Unfortunately, due to problems with LEGO in the past removing images from videos and leaving channel with copyright strikes, I am unable to post the images here. However, I will link them in the description down below. With that said, let's break down what we see from the sets, as well as previous information we can incorporate to learn the most about them and put the puzzle pieces together about The Last Jedi. What we previously learned from making Star Wars about Supreme Leader Snoke is seemingly confirmed by these LEGO sets. Let's begin with the big one. In the minifigure for Snoke, we see he is wearing golden robes. In the reports for The Last Jedi when concerning Snoke, the filmmakers indicated they would be taking a different direction, as to distinguish him better from villains of previous Star Wars entries, like the Emperor. Snoke was reported as being extremely wealth-oriented and extremely wealthy. In addition to early reports that he would have a golden robe, which is confirmed here, we also learned that he will have large, extravagant pieces of jewelry, with reports indicating he will also be wearing a ring in the film with a black crystal. According to the LEGO set, we could see Snoke in a First Order Star Destroyer. However, according to the visual dictionary for The Force Awakens, Snoke resides in what is referred to as a mobile command center. The next LEGO set I want to discuss is called the First Order Heavy Assault Walker, which we saw briefly in the distance in the trailer for The Last Jedi, with some type of resistance speeder headed towards them. Interestingly, in the set, we can see Rey is featured, but very importantly, she is sporting the outfit we know she will adopt later in the film, and the outfit she will supposedly utilize after her training with Luke on Ahch-To. Another important thing is of course Rey is not on Ahch-To in this set, which suggests Rey will take place in the Walker battle most likely later in the film, although it is possible she could not be there. Some other previous spoilers for The Last Jedi suggest that Luke will no longer be with Rey at this point in the film, and that Rey will have broken off to pursue Kylo Ren with the Resistance, and Luke will venture out on his own journey to destroy Snoke. Mainly though, I really like the direction the filmmakers are seemingly taking with Snoke, making him less of a one-dimensional bad guy that many were concerned he could become. Snoke's new design and attire I think also adds a lot to his backstory, and the backstory of the First Order as a whole. I say this because the First Order mainly began controlling the underworld of the galaxy and gangs after the New Republic established itself, funding many of the gangs. Snoke may in fact end up being like a mob boss of the galaxy, with deep ties to the dark side of the Force. I think a villain bathed in riches could be an interesting take for a Star Wars villain, as that's not really an aspect explored with Palpatine and Vader, despite them both being extremely wealthy. So what are your thoughts on these LEGO images and the plot points it tells us for The Last Jedi? But more importantly, what do you think of Supreme Leader Snoke's new design and the direction reports have indicated they will be taking the character of Snoke? Also, what do you think of the idea of Snoke being very materialistic and wealthy, and do you think this gives us any hints at his backstory as the new villain of the trilogy? I also briefly want to point out that the minifigure of Snoke gives us a better idea of his true height in the film, as the minifigure is a standard one. This means Snoke is not extremely tall like his hologram, or extremely small like some have speculated. Something to consider though is the Chewbacca minifigure is also standard, meaning Snoke could still be very tall, with Chewie being 7'6". Darth Vader is also depicted in LEGO as a standard minifigure, with his height being 7'2". As reported earlier, Snoke is likely around this same height. If you would like to be a part of the daily Star Wars debates and discussions, join me on Twitter at Stupendous Wave. If you have any Star Wars video ideas you would like to see explored or explained in future videos, please suggest them on Twitter or in the comment section below. If you feel this video deserves it, please leave a like, as it helps me out a great deal. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel to keep up to date with all the Star Wars news and lore from the ancient times of the Star Wars mythos to the new installments of the franchise, and to become a living holocron today. As always, your viewership means the world. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.